Hi everyone and welcome back to Ellie Pop's Bespoke YouTube channel. Now I'm starting a new series on how to set up your own bow business. This first one is really an introduction to me and how I got started in this business. So to cut a long story short, I fell pregnant in 2010 with my daughter. I was in a job that I loved, but made the decision after maternity leave that I couldn't go back. It was better for me to stay at home and look after my daughter myself. Thinking long term, I would be able to take her to school, go to school plays, school trips, all that sort of thing. I didn't want to miss out on her first words, her first steps, so decided not to go back to work. Now, obviously, I can't just stay at home. I need some form of income. Now, while I was pregnant and doing a little bit of nesting, I got my sewing machine out and I made dresses, cushions and decor for her bedroom. I made all sorts of things on the sewing machine, but I decided that that was a little bit too much for me to do with a baby, so I didn't want to go along those routes. Now, when she was born, I decided to make her some hair bows, and I seemed to be quite good at it. I had people asking, where did I get them from? And when I told them I made them, oh, could you make some for us? That sort of thing. So I thought, oh, this may be something that I can go into. Now, at the time, there weren't a lot of bow makers around. It was quite quiet, wasn't very popular. So I decided if I wanted to make a go of things, I needed to find something that I was good at, that I loved. Now, at the time, I also painted wooden items, name plaques, Mr. and Mrs. signs for weddings, that anniversary gifts, things like that, all made from wood, all personalised and made from wood. So for a short time I painted things, sold them, but decided ultimately it was taking up too much time. I couldn't produce things fast enough and there needed to be something that I could do quicker. I didn't want the paints out all over the house when the baby was around, and I had to work on the evening then when she'd gone to bed. So it wasn't the right thing for me. Now with the hair bows, I could have a few storage boxes with some ribbons in, because at the time fabric bows weren't a thing, it was all ribbon. So decided that that was good, because I could just, when she was napping, I could get a box out with some ribbon, make some bows, just pack it away when she'd woken up, that sort of thing. So it seemed a lot better for me. Now, when I decided to actually make a go of it as a business, I was on a benefit called income support. Now, income support were trying to get me back into work, which is what they do. I didn't want to go back into full-time employment. I couldn't find the right part-time employment. So decided I want to be self-employed. Now, they put me onto a mentor scheme. Now, I know this isn't available to everyone. It might not even be available now. This was 8 years ago. But the mentor scheme was fantastic. They offered grants and loans at reasonable rates. And I didn't take up any of that because I didn't need it. But the offer was there if it needed to be done. And also they did a mentor scheme where someone was assigned to you and would help you fill out a business plan. The business plan was given to me by them. It would all have to go through a board and be approved, and then they would help me set up a business. Now, I got all that help, and that's not available to everyone, which is why I'm doing this series, to try and sort of help you out a little bit. I'm going to go into more detail about business plans, setting up with HMRC for self-employed, setting up all your social media, thinking of a name, all that sort of thing. That's all things you need to do. But for now, I just thought I'd like give you a little bit of a background into me and why I started up. I know a lot of people do start up because they've had children, they don't want to go back to work, or they're stay-at-home mums and they need something to make a little bit of extra money. Now, everything that I talk about is going to be relevant to UK. Some things might cross over to the USA, but obviously things like self-employment, taxes, anything to do with the money side will be different in the USA as it is to the UK. So it's important to do research in the country that you live in, because that will be different. Now the stuff on social media, setting up accounts, things like that, that may be relevant. But it is all entwined into how I set it up in the UK. So I hope this series will be okay for you. I'll try and insert some videos, some pictures, things that I think might be able to help you out. But mostly, if you don't mind the sound of my voice, it would be me just talking to you about how I set things up. Now, later on in the series, I will also do a video on setting up an actual stall. I'll set up my stall and show you how I set things out with the tools I've got. It may make you think about what things you need to buy to make your stalls look good. Or if you want to be online only, I'll talk about how I have done branding. Now, I'm not a massive name. I've got a YouTube channel. I've got subscribers. Doesn't mean I'm the best at what I do, but I will share what knowledge I have of my business with you. So I hope that's okay, and hopefully you'll give me a thumbs up for this series. Any comments, pop in the comment box below. Please try and be nice. I'm not usually on this side of the camera. It is very nerve-wracking for me, but I'll do my best and hopefully enjoy what I've got to say. So thanks for watching. The next part of the series will be all about, I can't really go into business plans. You need to talk to someone else about that, but it will be about figuring out a name for your business and starting up on social media and things that you need to think about around starting the business in the first place. And then we'll go into more depth after that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.